Hello, hello. Let me check. Hold on. Is it showing up? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. Hello, hello. I need to be quiet today, guys, cause my dad's here. But I didn't want to cancel, so, and it's supposed to be a short game, so I just wanted to do it quickly. Not quickly, but like quietly. Hello, hello, everybody. Today we're gonna play Without Within. It's this like super short and cute visual novel about this like girl. So the official Steam thing, it says about Vinty or Vinny, a nobody who thinks she's somebody. I don't know what that means, but I hope it'll be fun. Let's get started. Whoa, loud. Vinty. The chants of my fans echo through the door in front of me. Oh. One of my two bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. Please prepare yourself, Miss Vinty. Once I open this door, we'll head straight for a limo. The guard has no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to those crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. Whoa. A crowd of hundreds raised their cameras as soon as I stepped out. My guards waved their arms to shoo them away. This red carpet was for me to walk on after all. I blew a kiss for these starstruck peasants. Miss Vinty, please, let us hurry, my bodyguard said. Too bad for him. I strutted along like a model on a catwalk. This music, it kind of sounds like the sim customization screen for Sims 4. No? A group of reporters managed to worm through the crowd. They now tiptoed over my guards in hopes of scoring that exclusive. Vinty, how does it feel to have won another Calligrapher of the Year award? A reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over each other, hoping for my attention. Vinty, may I get a photo with you? Can I get some autographs for my kids? And 2 for me, of course. I can't believe I'm standing this close to Vinty. My fans stamped their dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards pulled out their pepper sprays to keep these fans in check. What the freak? A young male reached in my direction, despite having a spray aimed at his face. Rather admirable for a peasant. I extended a hand for this male fan to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me, and as I climbed in, my trailing fans snapped as many photos as they could. Are calligraphers this famous? I don't think so. Miss Vinty! Miss Vinty! The crowd chanted as my car window pulled up. How odd, they never referred to me as Miss. Oh, my graceful presence must have been too much for their sanity. These poor things. Miss Vinty! Miss Vinty! Oh my gosh. Oh, she's cute. She's kind of like a weird chibi thing. Deformed. The SG. Super deformed thing. Is that an anime figure? Oh. Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got a ride in a limousine for a good 30 seconds. In real life, my only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment had no space for a car anyway. Actually, oops, did I peek too loud? Actually, this single room with cracked walls might be an insult to the word apartment. Pull up these curtains for a spectacular $1 view, featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tainted with yellow. Just open the window if you wish to smell the sewage as well. A breathtaking experience. By the way, sorry, I needed to take back the 1 room thing. This place actually had 2 rooms, thank you very much. The second room happened to be a toilet. That still counted, right? The toilet clogged 2-3 times a month, so be careful when using it. Ugh. Technically, it would be if the toilet's like... But aren't all toilets supposed to be separated in apartments anyways? Even if it's like a studio where it's like the bed and the kitchen are in the same place? Right? I don't know. Miss Vinty! Miss Vinty! Owen's voice echoed from outside. She was no fan, but rather my landlady. I glanced over at my clock. 6 a.m. Waiting another hour or two would have been nice. She probably just wanted to tell me about another rent rise. Nothing good ever came out of that woman's mouth. I would be better off staying in bed. Rise and shine? Stay in bed? No, let's rise and shine. Maybe it could be an emergency. We don't know what she's talking about. Ooh, look, there's a magazine. Coming! As I changed into something more appropriate, the landlady still kept knocking. I said I was coming, did I not? Maybe I should walk out naked if that's what she dug. If this were a game, we might get a sale boost too. Oh, it's a hag.
Good morning, Miss Vinty.
The landlady said.
I must ask, what's with that hair? It looks like you just woke up.
That's because I did.
It's a waste for young ladies like you to sweep away your youth.
The landlady shook her head. She had no right to preach me like this. I wanted to tell her, but decided against it, as doing so would give her an excuse to lecture me further. With her size, if I enraged her, she would squash me into a Venti-flavored pancake.
Miss Vinty, your rent was due 3 days ago.
Oh well, at least there was no rent increase. Sorry, madam. My next paycheck will come after tonight's shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning. Landlady grunted.
Alright. Just know that if this keeps up, you'll have to find somewhere else to live.
She spun around to leave. When she disappeared behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of my cracked wall to fall off. I tried shoving the piece back into place. My effort resulted in more wall fragments flaking off. Great, the landlady would make me pay for that next month. Once I become an accomplished calligrapher, she would beg for a chance to shine my shoe. Hey, I sounded a bit ranty before, but that was never my intention. A lot of famous people had humble beginnings. I would follow in their footsteps. But first, I needed to put in the work. So she's kind of like like a loser, right? She's broke. Hello, Karma. Hello, Whack. Hello, welcome. And so I returned to the busiest street in my area. With my calligraphy spread before me, I sat on the concrete and rested my back against the fence. Car horns blared behind me, mixed with people shouting things about each other's mothers. Oh my god. She just sells it on the side of the road. Oh my god. You don't even have like a little table, just on the floor. You have the people on the sidewalk. These cars kept expelling fumes that made me choke. Just one of the many things I dealt with in the name of art. Pedestrians took up almost every inch of the space on the street ahead. Surely this would be the day when somebody spotted my talent. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance, and my will soon dwindled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered with praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of the people who you reached out to will buy your work. I could live with that. Even just 1%. Please, anything but 0. I wanted to scream at these people. They had no idea how much sweat I poured into these calligraphies. Aww. Let's persevere. What are you gonna do? Rant? And then you're just gonna you're gonna get in trouble. Let's be a goody two-shoes. Oh, Karma, I don't think I can stick around now. I must mysteriously sleep. That's okay. Thanks for popping in to say hi. I decided to keep these displeasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. Maybe he's interested. Maybe we can trade. Chicken for my calligraphy, please. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone has spared more than a moment with my works. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with them. What the freak? Can I go back? Is there a log? Oh no. I don't know what he said. I summoned the courage to speak with the man. And he did it. Are you selling these? I think that's what I said. I managed a tiny nod. The man snorted. I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen. Oh my god. That's mean. If you don't like it, just don't buy it, right? Aw. Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. Attacked? Yeah, let's attack it. What the freak? You don't get to, like, make fun of me like that. I crunched up one of my calligraphies and rose. The man must have sensed my violent intent as he backed a step and shielded his face with a bucket of chicken. I threw a punch at him before he could flee into the crowd. My fist connected with the side of his head. This marked the first time I had ever hit someone. My knuckles hurt from the blow, but seeing the guy's dropped jaw made it worthwhile. He probably grew up this way because nobody ever dared to punish him. He deserves it. He deserves it. A couple of pedestrians popped in and held me back from attacking the man further. I squirmed against their grips, but gave up as my anger waned. Once my breathing returned to normal, the civilians loosened their hold and I brushed myself free. I'll remember this! The man fled for the train station, eating another piece of chicken as he did so. I hope he choked on it. The next morning, someone knocked on my door. I checked the clock. 5 a.m.? When would the landlady cut me a break? Oh my god, oh freak. Miss Venti, it's the police. I cupped a hand over my mouth, as if keeping quiet would make the police go away. They must be here to ask about my assault yesterday. That guy I punched was nothing but talk. I should have let him ramble. God knew what would befall me now. I prayed it would at least be spared a jail sentence. Tears streaked down my cheeks as I buried myself under the blanket. This had to be nothing more than a bad dream. Bad. Oh, freak. It's the first 15 minutes and I already freaked it up. I already made her go to jail. Okay, we can retry. Let's rise and shine. Let's let him talk poop about us. It's fine. Let's persevere. Let's restrain ourselves this time. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit around and wait for potential customers. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. Aww. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm sleepy. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy, it would have meant I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet, if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes, and I clenched my fist to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying in the crowd. Looks like I had a lost child in our hands. Some pedestrians shot them glances, but none of them offered more than that. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphies to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. No, let's help him. Maybe, like, what if this is like a kid that just like escaped from like being kidnapped or something? Or maybe they're lost. What if they're about to get kidnapped? Come on now. Your job can wait. Maybe this is the kid of like a rich, maybe this is a young master. And he will repay us. The good karma always comes back, and bad karma always comes back too. So I guess that's what I get for attacking that guy. You go to jail. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, it's okay. Did you lose Mummy? The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand, and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost Mommy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid managed a nod at last, and I whispered good boy into his ear. What's your mummy's name? Hungry. Her name's Hungry? Oh, the boy's tummy growled, and I realized what he meant. How about I buy you a sandwich? Kid shook his head. I want ice cream. Hey, kid, ice cream is a dessert. You don't get to make demands, mother freaker.
I want ice cream.
That's like the guy from Shrek, the
Do the roar.
And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than let half of it melt on his shirt.
Jessie,
The boy said.
that's Mummy's name.
Jessie. That reminds me of that one Disney Channel song, that Disney Channel show. Jessie, hey Jessie, feels like the party every day. I like that show. I used to like it when I was like younger. Jessie. I called as I strode along the street. Now people stared at me more than ever, enough to make me blush in fact. Maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random the next time I sold my calligraphies. Oh, Jesus. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. Maybe you can not cry. Maybe you can call off or say like I'm gonna be late. Maybe she can't afford a phone. She can't afford her phone bill. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process.
Mommy!
The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed toward me. Oh, thank you so much for the help. You're wonderful, just wonderful. The torrent of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said. Actually, there is something I need help with. The mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss. Which way is the way back to the train station? Yay, okay. Well, we're probably gonna get fired from our job. The sky had gotten dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant door gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode switched on. They called me Ninja Vinti for a reason.
Miss Vinti.
The voice of my boss nearly made me jump onto the ceiling fan. Sorry I'm late. I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me. My tongue slurred out a bunch of syllables. Syllables? My explanation was in there somewhere, probably, maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Yay! Okay. But we didn't make as much money, probably. Surely we can afford to pay rent, right? Several colleagues shot me frowns for not being here during such a busy period. In the end, I took all the blame without complaint. Well, at one point, I locked myself inside a toilet and screamed into the bowl. I also might or might not have fantasized about dunking my workmate's head into the toilet. That was for me alone to know, though. At least I earned my paycheck needed to keep the landlady quiet for another month. And as for the month after that, we would see when the time came. All I wanted to was to pursue my art, but reality kept pressuring me toward finding a second job. Whoa. Are these just like celebrities? On my way home, I spotted a banner from an upcoming visual novel named Princess Aria. Aria? The game had long been hyped on every forum I knew. Amazing art along with a cast of famous voice actors. The writer and composer were big names too. But do visual novels get this much? I don't think visual novels are that much of a like popular medium to be featured on billboards. Maybe in Akihabara, but I don't think this even takes place in Japan. I think it's in China, but I don't know. Hi Oshi, hi Mystic, welcome. For Princess Aria to have an ad this big, there must be a lot of money behind the project. The way this banner hung high gave me the sense it was extra important. Bright lights shone on the princess's face to impress potential players. Yes, that's what I really needed. If I had a banner like that, no doubt people would line up to buy my calligraphy. I could already imagine how folks would react as I walked along the streets. Hey, I think that was Fenty. Wow, no way! You mean that famous calligrapher I see on all those banners? Yeah, she must be really good. Maybe you should ask for her autograph. My agent would then step in to speak on my behalf. Please line up in an orderly fashion, everyone. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money. My agent nodded in response. Autographs are available for $100, thanks. Huh? Oh my gosh, that would be $100, thanks, the game shop's owner said. Princess Aria cost twice what I had expected. If I bought the game, I would have too little left for rent. I opened my wallet, hoping I would have more cash in hand than I realized. Turned out I had less, actually. I hung my head and the storekeeper sighed. His arched brows pressured me to buy a game. I did ride 3 trains to get here. Might as well pick up something. I told the shopkeeper how much money I had, and he shook his head. The store owner pulled out a different game from under his table. He brushed away the dust on it so I could see the cover. The title read, Sunflower War. Some visual novel about the battlefield. Copyright 1997, the bottom read. No wonder it was so cheap. Art by Invert Mouse, whoever the heck that was. The front cover would fit perfectly in a kindergarten classroom. Maybe this is... I'm pretty sure this is the person who made this game. I flipped the case to see what was highlighted on the back. The game supported up to 640 by 480 resolution. Truly the pinnacle of technology. Is this like a real thing? Hold on, let me go on the Steam page. Steam, Invert Mouse, yeah, that is the developer. I don't see it. I don't see anything that says the Sunflowers, 1997. They're lying. They just lied. Shopkeeper grimaced. He must have sensed I wanted to say no. His stare made my palms stain with sweat, and I ended up buying the game. Dealing with folks like that had always been a weakness of mine. Remind me to never visit the store again. Honestly, I get that, because I'm so bad with dealing with like people like this. I went to the dog grooming to like get my dog like nice and clean and ready. And so I like call some places. I called a place that was near my house. They're like, I have like a tiny dog. I have a Maltese, right? I have another one, but I don't take care of her. And she's like, Maltese are like super tiny dogs, and they're not dirty and they don't shed. So I call a place and they're like, oh, for that, oh, like $85, $95, and I'm like, okay, freak off. I'm not paying that for a bath, right? So then I called another place that was like a little bit further away, and they're like, oh, like 50, and I'm like, okay, great. Compared to 95, that's amazing, right? So I go in there and I'm like, oh, could you also like do the add-on I think I saw on your website to like brush her teeth, as well as like her bath and her like everything? And they're like, yeah. And then they asked like, oh, we can like do this like full deep one for like 120 more, and I'm like, no, it's okay, just the normal teeth cleaning, right? So as they're leaving, they're like, oh, it'll be like 75, okay? And I'm like, oh, that's weird, but I guess maybe it's like $15 for the teeth cleaning add-on or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then they also were like, oh yeah, since she's like a white dog, we can do this like the purple shampoo to make her not yellow, to make her nice and like white and shiny, and it comes with the teeth cleaning, so it's fine. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So they said like 75 as I'm walking out, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, but maybe it was $15 for the shampoo and the teeth. And I come back after like 2 hours, because that's what they said, and I got her back. She's so cute and fluffy and perfect. I took like 1 billion photos of her because I love my dog. You probably hear her barking a lot. And then And then the freaking guy is like, okay, so it was 65 for the normal cleaning and then plus 20 for the add-on. I'm like, wait, what? so it was 85? Are you freaking what? And I looked at the thing and I'm like, wait, but what, right? But I'm like too nervous and shy to like tell them no or like fight about the price. Because like they did do a good job, but not an $85 good job. When they said it would be 50, I took the yeah, so basically I got scammed. And then I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I think they're pretty sure they scammed me. And she's like, why? Why did you say something? You should have fought them. You should have said, no, that's not what we agreed to when we called. And I'm like, I can't. So yeah, anyways, me and this loser girl were like the same a little bit. Hey there, Karma. Hi, Newcomb. Welcome. This all sounds more like your autobiography, Karma. the game. I'm a loser. Maybe. Like, oh, I want to get famous. I do want to get famous. But I'm not. And she's not either. Oh, shy, antisocial. I'm completely antisocial. I barely go outside my house. And like, if I'm alone, it's hard for me to talk to the other people. You know, the workers. If I'm with someone else who's shyer than me, I can go up to them and be like, no, that's not right. But if it's me by myself, I'm the easiest target alive. Oh. With heavy strides, I returned to my apartment. 0 calligraphy sales, late for work and with rent, topped off by blowing cash on some game I had no interest in. What I really wanted to play was Princess Aria. Forcing myself to suffer anything else would just upset me further. You're famous to me, I'm your #1 fan. Thanks, Mystic. Play or sleep? Well, do we have work tomorrow? Who cares? We play. We always play. I did spend money on Sunflower War. Might as well give it a go. The day left me pretty drained, so this relic of a game would do a good job putting me to sleep. I slipped on my laptop and inserted the disc, which I partly hoped would fail to load from old age. Too bad it worked just fine. I love how it's a pear, or whatever that fruit is, instead of an apple. No doubt a lot of people are loving Princess Aria right now. Meanwhile, here I was, enjoying this 640 by 480 godsend. No voice acting either. These illustrations look like they were done by a child. I'd be better off closing my eyes and imagining my own artworks. The grass reached up to our knees. As I read along, I painted an image of the scene in my head. The plants rustled as we waded through. We paused once every few steps, fearing there might be snakes hiding among the bushes. Somehow, we managed to survive the evening. The sun surged from beyond the horizon, outlining the earth with an orange glow. Slowly, the blue sky emerged and vanquished the darkness that had haunted us. As light bathed the soil, I found myself in a field of flowers. I had imagined this place to look far more terrifying, but anxiety had merely been playing tricks on me. I drew a deep breath to savor the morning fragrance. In the distance, birds chirped as if applauding our survival. I could see it. Not only that, but touch and hear and smell too. An experience crafted by my imagination. The image rivaled the strokes of any artist and belonged to me alone. This fulfillment inspired me to take things further. What the freak? A blast of gunfire deafened us as we dove behind the wall. A bullet whizzed past the tip of my helmet. Sam had passed his helmet onto me with her dying breath. I would carry on her legacy. The desert heat pitched sweat out from every pore. I desperately wanted to empty this water bottle down my throat, but with no help in sight, I must conserve every drop. Just getting way too into it. Joe's eyes closed, this time never to reopen. Despite Art's promise to survive together, only I managed to live. How I wished to take her place. I finished reading Sunflower War right as the clock struck 3 a.m. How so many people had missed this classic left me dumbfounded. Actually, that would be a lie, as I too had every intention of tossing this game aside. I kept demanding excitement without offering an ounce of passion in return. If I played my part, I might be able to discover so much more. As Sunflower War's credits rolled, I realized just how small the development group was. The team probably knew they stood no chance against the bigger studios, yet they still did their best with data technologies to deliver a vision they believed in. The happiness they felt when working on the project poured out of every line in this game. I could gaze right into their hearts. Heart, the thing I had long neglected. Oh, is this her? Oh, that's cute.
Mommy, Daddy.
Binti, what is it, darling?
Look, it's my calligraphy.
Honey, it's calligraphy, but that's great. I think you have a lot of talent.
This is so much fun. I'm gonna become a calligrapher.
Aw. I had forgotten the last time I found joy in my calligraphy. Every stroke these days felt like a grocery chore. All I obsessed over was how much, or rather how little, people paid attention to my efforts. My works no longer possessed heart, and I failed to notice it. Time to do something about that. I could hardly wait to start. After all, I chose this path because I loved it. Wow. That's a good story. Like, a good message, right? Like, you have to... But it's true that sometimes when you make your hobby into your job, you lose the passion that you had for it. I feel like that happens to a lot of, like, creative peoples. The next day, I ventured outside with a new set of calligraphies. Though I made no sales thus far, I still found myself beaming. That might explain why some people smiled back. Perhaps it was the weather, but I swore everyone felt warmer today.
Mommy, there she is, the ice cream lady.
A boy dragged his mother in my direction. It was that kid I helped out yesterday. The mother and I exchanged nods. Honey, the lady has a name. It's rude to call her the ice cream lady.
What's your name then?
Sorry, what is it? It's Vinci. The mother slapped her boy in the back. See, her name is Miss Vinci.
Mommy, can we buy one of these doodles from the ice cream lady?
Doodle must be another word for top-of-the-line calligraphy. No other explanation could restrain me from shaking the brain out of this boy. My name was nowhere inside that little brain anyways. The mother checked her wallet, and her face scrunched up the way mine often did. All good, madam. I know how it felt to be living on the edge of being home. Oh my gosh. I follow lots of VTubers. I can honestly say you're my all-time favorite streamer. Thank you, Mystic. That's really nice. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It makes me very happy. Thank you. Even if I'm not everyone's favorite, I'm happy that people still like me or watch me. So thank you guys. Oh crap! I skipped the line of dialogue again. Hold on. What did it say? I have my iPad on my side, so I need to... Okay. Please, the boy nagged on. This showed why I hated kids. The mother relented at last and bought one of my works. Guess the boy wanted to repay my kindness. I gave his hair a ruffle as thanks. After flashing his missing tooth with a grin, he pulled his mother back into the crowd. Well, at least I scored better marks than yesterday. Another man strolled towards me. Wow, I was on a roll now. Hold on, I choked at my spit. Sorry, I With heart on my side, my fame and fortune had arrived. Clean my shoes, peasants. Hey, it's you again, the man said. Oh, the troll from yesterday. Oh, the guy I beat up and then went to jail. I calm my thoughts to avoid causing a scene. Maybe the guy came to apologize. Even a creep like him must have known how rude he'd been. Yes, my aura had been cleansed. My aura had cleansed him of all evil thoughts. Go on, empty your wallets at my greatness. Oh, what the? Wow, these new scribbles are even worse than the ones you bought last time. Can I beat him up this time? Let's save. Crazy calligrapher dubstep remix. Oh my god. Somehow I turned into an internet celebrity. Top comment, dang, snap. Wow, she went full crazy. Lol. Triangle mouth at 7 seconds. Illuminati. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure this game was like published in like 2015 when Illuminati and like dubstep and all these things were really popular. holy throwback. She'd be like, why you no buy, huh? Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, this is so old. More like this might be a good time to look for that second job. So there was no point in me holding back the other time. Oh, thank you for playing. Oh, it's over. It's over. that was very short and like sweet. I think it's a good little message, even though nothing happened to her. Even though she's still at the same place she's always been. I think like do good and you'll have good done back to you eventually. Karma, like me. My name. It's just karma, guys. Bad or good. We can see what some of the other options did since it's so short. Let me skip all this. What happens if I stay in bed instead of answering the landlady? Maybe I'll get evicted. I snuggled back into my blanket. The landlady could knock all she wanted, but my focus was on my calligraphy dreams. I had no time for these common folk matters. A week later, turns out the landlady was chasing me for rent. By the time I realized, she'd already evicted me. Now I lived on the streets with nothing but my calligraphies. The past few nights had been freezing cold, and I ran out of tissues to wipe my runny nose with. To make things worse, I could feel my head heating up from an upcoming fever. Might I interest you in buying one of my works? I got a 2-for-1 deal today. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. That's why you don't ignore your landlords, guys. Because they will evict you. I love the artwork for the game. Yeah, it's so cute. It's very much like, it's very nostalgic-y, right? Probably the best of the visual novels so far. You're one of my favorites too. Oh, thank you, Newcomb. Thank you, thank you. So kind. Thank you. Let's see. Let's do like, I'm pretty sure everything else leads to a bad end. Because I think I got the only good ending. But we can like see a few of the alternate things, right? Oh, let's do a rant. Let's see what happens if we like go crazy because we never sell anything. Enough was enough. I sprang off the ground and kicked the fence behind me. The crowd stared as I ranted on and on about their ignorance. It felt so good to let loose. If these people knew how to spot real art, my career would have already kicked off. Oh gosh. 2 days later, my eruption made its way to the internet. Guys, make sure to never buy anything from her. She's nuts. Ugh, who does she think she is? Spread the news, everyone. We need to make sure people like her never get anywhere. My career was doomed. If I knew one mistake would destroy everything, I would have kept my trap shut. How I wish I could relive that day. Bad end. I never pay my rent on time. Oh my god, Mystic. That's, don't brag about that. But you haven't gotten in trouble yet, right? Let's persevere. We already punched that guy and we went to jail, so let's not do that. What about this one? Oh yeah, let's ignore that kid. Sorry, kid. Miss Vinty had a job to go to. Convincing myself that another person would help him, I headed off to work. Oh my god, the next morning, the kid from yesterday appeared on the news. The reporter announced he had gone missing. The guilt seized my heart and threatened to crush it. I ended up being just as selfish as the people I'd criticized. A lowlife like me had no right to dream about success. I could never return to that place without being tormented by remorse. And so my little stint as an artist came to an end. Oh my god, he did get kidnapped. I was like saying it like earlier, like, oh, we should help him because what if something bad happens to him? He's just a kid. Like, what if he gets kidnapped? And he did get kidnapped. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. Okay, let's... Hello? Let's help the kid. And then, I think this is the last option if we sleep instead of play. Forget it. I only bought Sunflower War out of pressure. After shoving the game to my bin, I crawled into bed. For the next few weeks, I tried over and over to sell my calligraphies, but all my works remained untouched. Well, aside from a few pedestrians who stepped on them by mistake. Wait, my bad. I did make one sale. This guy said he needed my calligraphy to use as toilet paper. I had zero passion left for calligraphy. In fact, just thinking about it fueled me with anger. This was no longer the career for me. Today I chose to retire for good. Aww. Okay, we got every ending. In my defense, she never comes to pick it up till like the 8th. Okay, well, at least that's good. That's okay then. Cause it's like it's almost like a mutual understanding with your landlady. Yeah, today was a short stream, less than an hour. Wow. Well, I expected that, but... Let me check my calendar. No stream tomorrow, because it's Sunday, and I don't stream on Sundays. I don't think I've ever done a stream on Sunday. Yep. Coming cute, thank you. I'll do some fan service. Hold on, if I can remember my buttons. Look. You guys like? I always forget to do my toggles, because I'm usually like reading stuff or playing stuff. What was this one? You should sing a song. Maybe. Will you be doing a New Year's stream? Okay. I'll be doing one on the 30th. On like Tuesday. Not on New Year's Day though, on New Year's Eve. Well, is New Year's Day the 31st or the 1st? Which is it? I'm not sure. But I'm gonna make my thing right now. Let me make my announcement since we're just hanging out here. Hold on. I have a New Year Zatsudan party on the 30th. And we're gonna do we're just gonna chat and talk, and we're gonna have a marshmallow. And so it's like the eve of Christmas Eve if New Year's is the 1st. Okay, the eve of Eve, the 30th, because I think I'll have to like take care of my brother and be with my family, so I don't think I can stream. We'll just be hanging out and then like doing like New Year's things, like resolutions or like looking at things. I'm not sure, but it'll be on Tuesday for me, depending on your time zones. So yeah. Kiwo, hi TBS. Sorry, stream's over. We're just hanging out. Let me post it. So here's the link. Okay, post all. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'll link it here. And you guys can send me things.
Meow, 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 meow.
Hold on. Copy link. Look at this. Look at this. Ho, ho, ho. We'll have a New Year's, not New Year's. New Year's Eve party. So I hope you guys can join. And then on the Monday before, maybe we'll play Oma Musume? I don't know. I haven't played in a while. And someone did ask about it, so maybe we'll get back. The first. Oh, hi. Are you gonna reveal to us your New Year's resolution? Yes, we'll make them together. Yes. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming, you guys. I hope to see you next week. Hope you guys have a good day or night or whatever. I'll see you guys next week on Monday, okay? Bye-bye. Atsukaima. Hi, Etiquette. Hi. Hello, assistant. I think you were too late. Sorry.